being the Christ consciousness and the Christnesses that you are. So thank you for being here for our unity in community. And the purpose of these meetings are to just keep you informed as to what's going on. We do have an annual meeting that is in the third Sunday in May that we do every year. But we know you don't want to wait until then. So every quarter, the board, we come to you, Reverend Patty and the trustees, to let you know, hey, this is what's going on. Also to see if you have any questions for us. So with that, I'm going to have Reverend Patty come up, and she's going to open us up in prayer, and then she's going to have her little spiel that she does. Thank you.
All right, let's join in taking a breath together and just relaxing and opening our heart space. So we give thanks for this beautiful community, for this chance to connect and to be together, for the words that were shared this morning. We are so grateful. So we just come together now to recognize things are always happening, changing, evolving here, and we come together to rejoice that Spirit is at work here, and we say, thank you, Spirit. And so it is. So my report is very, very brief, so I want to say, first of all, I'm just filled with joy that I get to be here, that I get to be the minister of this community, that all of you come and bring the love you are to this place, and that we continue to be blessed with gifts of individuals to have special things happen. You're going to hear a little more about the Smart Flower today and other things going on. We just continue to give thanks for all the prosperity here. And here's something we have not shared that is news, really good news. So we see how dim our screen is. The board, in consultation with someone who does this kind of thing professionally, has come to the conclusion that it's time to replace this technology with a very large smart TV, and that will be happening, excuse me, probably in September, and we will have a bright, clear, large screen, and we'll be able to see things like we have never seen them before. Woo! So it's wonderful to have beautiful things in our facility, and we are so blessed with all of this. But the truth of what is the sweetest thing here is the sweet, sweet Spirit in this place. So I just want to acknowledge and thank each of you for coming, for showing up, for being on the path with all of us together to continue to allow our brightest light to shine. And so it is.
Well, next up we're going to have our treasurer, Myra Fayersville.
Good afternoon. I was telling two of my predecessors earlier today that I'm finding myself waking up in the middle of the night realizing that I've been dreaming numbers. And just a little while ago, Ed Hayes and I were talking, and I had not thought of the board this way, but we're like a three-legged stool. One leg, we focus on the spirituality or the religious part of the church. The other part is the social. And the third part is the business. And that becomes quite obvious when you're sitting in the position of treasurer, because all I've been thinking about the past month and a half is business. Real quick, just some numbers. We have not run the reports for July yet because July is not over. So what I'm working off of is as of June 30th. But year-to-date, as of June 30th, our income was $186,453. Our expenses were $195,089. We're just like everyone in this room. We're all dealing with our budgets and increases in cost. The treasurer and our bookkeeper and Reverend Patty, we get together every week and we go over things. We've been looking at all of the vendors, where we buy our supplies. I feel very confident that we're getting the best prices. But the one thing I realized, we are exempt from sales tax. And some of those vendors we had not filed the certificate with. So we've made certain all of the certificates have been filed with the vendors that we're dealing with, so we're not paying sales tax. Maybe it's not a lot of money, but it's still money. We're working with Atlantic Union Bank, where we have our accounts, and those accounts that are eligible for interest, we're working with them to make certain we're getting the highest interest rate we can possibly get. So we're doing things like that, and I believe in looking at the numbers that we've seen for July, our income is increasing. So I'm very comfortable and confident in what we're doing, and if you have any questions, please let me know, and eventually I'll get to the point where I won't be dreaming numbers every night. So is there anything else, Edie, you wanted me to cover? Oh, that's right. Patty reminded me. We're sending out letters updating you on the first 6 months of your giving, and then we'll give you send you one at the end of the year. I've noticed as we count every Sunday, a lot of you are giving cash, and I would suggest that you put it in one of the little envelopes, put your name on it, and either your email address or your phone number, and then at the end of the year, we can generate a document for you to use with your taxes. Your love offerings are considered a charitable donation, and you can take it off of your taxes. So that's one way we can thank you for supporting us. Yes, yes, ma'am. That was year to date. That was January 1 through June 30th. Okay? And I'm hoping that maybe I can work with Patty and the e-news and each month start giving you an update in the e-news once we've run our reports. So, any other questions? Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you. Her question was about the numbers that I quoted. Was that for the month or year to date? And they were year to date. Okay, thank you.
So for the new folks, you know what I did not do? I did not introduce our trustees or our board members. We do have trustees here. Rusty Rothrock, Tom Lehman, and Jane. Jane, there she is. Yay. And our board members, Vice President Mike, Treasurer Myra, Chuck Clark is in the house. Who am I? I can't see everybody. I know that we have several people that are on vacation. So Joanne Grayson, if you're chiming in, hello. And Amy Fulch. Howard is no longer on the board. I know. Yes. I know, he is not. But yeah. Now, I also am going to encourage you to ask questions. See the microphone? Go to the mic, ask questions. And the reason is we've learned that communication is a wonderful thing. And guess what? If you disagree with something, that's okay too. But if we don't know, guess what? Can't do anything about it. Can't work together. And that's what we're all about, right? Where there is unity, there is love, and there is progress. Amen. And before we go, okay, I'm Baptist. I always have to say amen, okay? Will the garden team stand up, please? I just want to share as being working in unity principles and knowing what we do here and following the teachings not only of Reverend Joyce but of Reverend Patty, that in the Fillmores, and we've seen it work, have we not, people? We have seen it work. We work together. We came together in unity and love. We came together in tears and laughter. And with that being said, that's a great segue into the Smart Flower, which I will invite Rusty up to tell us the latest news. He's like, what?
Well, after much discussion, we tried to move the Smart Flower to a new location, but we had to get approval from the county to move it to our parking lot. So we're moving it 16 feet to the west, which would be this direction, to the first 2 parking spaces in the parking lot. And we found out from the county we don't have to do a curb and gutter, concrete curb and gutter around it. So that was a key thing. We don't have to spend any more money. We just move it 16 feet. And yeah, you got it. So the Smart Flower will probably be installed maybe in about 3 weeks.
That is a huge thing because it is saving us thousands of dollars because we saw Spirit work because we came together in unity and love. Okay. It wasn't thousands? No, it was thousands. I was told thousands, and I'm sticking with it. I know. All right, well, other thing that's been going on is there was a well installed, I believe. We did a well, okay? And I know that, how's that working out, garden team? Also working good? Okay, that's what we want to hear. Yes. Free water. Come on. Yep. Not really.
Well, anyway, the church used to spend $1,500 to $1,800 a year on water just to water the plants. So we're saving $1,500 to $1,800 this year. And that'll happen next year, okay.
Yes, thank you. The other thing that we tried this summer is our early start time. We started at 10 o'clock. So what did you think of that? I hear a lot of mumbling, but nobody's going to the mic. Thank you.
would be ambivalent about the time, the 10 o'clock versus 11 o'clock, but we had a spiritual study class that we had people coming from all over the nation for, and we really enjoyed it, and it was at 9 o'clock to 10, and we had to cancel it. We were going to start it again August 1st, but we cannot find a time for that class. So that class will be something that we are possibly losing by staying at 10 o'clock, but if that's what we decide, we will definitely go with it.
Yeah. Well, we did start this for the summer, and with the intent of going back to the 11 o'clock time. So, since, we are a group, so we want to hear from everyone to find out, do you want to maintain the 10, or would you like to go back to the 11? 11 o'clock, show of hands. 11? Okay. Maintain at 10? Wow. I need a count. Okay, keep your hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17. Okay. And for 11, if you don't mind, please hold your hands up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's a tie. 16. No, sorry. 18. 11 o'clock. 10. 18. No, hold it.
You think it is? Okay, there we go. I just want to ask,
11.
has there been a detectable increase or decrease or in attendance of 10 versus 11?
Have not seen any. We don't have numbers either, so. But we have had good attendance. That's the thing to remember. Either 11 or 10, we still have had great attendance. Sherry?
Yes, I'm coming. Just 1 second. Okay, so we do count this every Sunday, and our numbers have gone up the last few Sundays, and we had 101 today, which has been our highest.
Okay, thank you.
Used to be a Catholic, and we had a 10:30 Mass. And whether or not that would solve the problem of the 9 o'clock class, compromise is good.
Compromise is good. Are there anyone else has anything to add? What were the numbers between the 10 and 11? It's a tie. It is a tie.
10:30 it is.
Barbara, to the mic, please. Oh, for 10, okay. 10:30. How about 10:30? Oh, wow. It's unanimous. 10:30. Woo! That's what I'm looking at. September. So the first Sunday in September, we will start 10:30 service. That was a great compromise.
Class 9 to 9:45.
All right. Woo! Thank you, Jody. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that was good, wasn't it? Man. No, it's great people willing to work together in unity and love. Yes. Okay. Now, there's also something, I'm going to bring it up, but I don't have any facts. This is in the future, talking about what's called a play space for the kids, for the older kids, for the Montessori school. So I want to bring it up. Yes, it is on the table. We are not near any real discussion on it yet. But I want you all to know, we're not trying to hide anything. There are certain facts that we need to get before we bring it to the congregation. And that's what we are working on now, like easements. You know, you have to go to the county for these things, and as you know, that can take some time. So, just wanted to put that out there. So, all right. Are there any questions going back to the Smart Flower? Any questions from anyone on the Smart Flower? What is it? It's a standalone solar panel, yeah, like a sunflower, right? There's a tower, I call it a tower, and it has individual solar panels that literally open up like a flower petal to the sun, and it literally moves in the direction of the sun as the day goes on. We will be the first church. Second? Okay. Second church in the country. First church in Virginia to have this. And it is fully, it was donated. Yes, Susan? Yeah. No, the purpose is to save us money on electricity. For those who did not hear, the question is, what is the purpose of the Smart Flower? Okay. So it operates just like a solar panel would on your home. The difference is it's standalone. And it is pretty. It is. Yes. And it will generate. Do you mind using, can y'all please use, because we have people who are streaming in and they want to hear too.
So with the move to the front, I'm just logistically, is it going to have security cameras, or is it just too heavy for someone to come in and take off with it?
Yes, it will be bolted down.
Okay.
I'm not sure of the concrete, it's like, and it is fenced as well. So, yeah. So nobody can walk away with it. Smartflower.com. Yeah. Smartflower.com is a great place to go to get information. But yes, it will be bolted down into concrete. And so, yeah, it won't be. And we're going to have a security camera on it, too. So, all right, any more questions? Great. All right, so with that, I can't think of anything else. Any other board member, have I missed anything? Come on. Oh, yes, ma'am.
Real quick, mark September the 16th on your calendars. We're bringing back Rocking Under the Stars. And I believe the men are going to be doing a dinner. Is that right? Or yeah. The men will be doing dinner, and then Claudia will be putting together a band, and we will be rocking out in the garden that night.
Also, I see Cheryl Fair, and Jody. Would y'all stand up for a minute, please? These lovely ladies are going to be teaching us. So they're going to be having classes. Cheryl and... Right. But the point is they're going to be ongoing classes. All right, we're starting up the education.
So I can announce what we have on the calendar at this point. I am independently teaching an Enneagram course in August, and that's 3 weeks in a row. There's an online option on Tuesdays and Jane, I have that set up just for you because you said you wanted to do Enneagram, and then in person on Thursdays. So you can come on Tuesdays online or Thursdays, and that's 3 weeks in a row. It's called Enneagram Insights. And then in September, we will have a Unity SEE course, which is going to be the Metaphysical Bible Interpretation New Testament, which Jody needs for her requirements. So we're going to have some Bible class.
Thank you. Jody is on the path to being a licensed Unity teacher.
Okay, so I want to ask you at this meeting, even though we're being live streamed and I'm a little shy about it, just for your support as I go through this process. Zita's been really helpful and Cheryl's been guiding me with what classes I need to take and so forth because she's been through that path. And so I'm going to be like listening to you guys and things you're interested in, what I'm looking to teach, and we just don't have this set yet for various reasons, is a self-care class. It's one of the requirements for me to get prerequisites, so that if you guys are interested in that, just let me know.
Thank you. And we will be having, hold a second. We will be having a fall book group, but they're still working on which book. So it is coming. Stay tuned. Yes, sir. The Enneagram, what day is that?
Let me look at my flyers because my brain remembers. So the Tuesdays are the 15th, 22nd, and 29th. And the Thursday series is the 17th, 24th, and 31st. They're both 6:30 to 8 in the evening. August, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
That I don't have in my brain, but it's mid-September, so it'll be mid-September to mid-October, and we'll have all that information out on that very soon.
Okay.
No books for either one.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool. Want to talk about the sign. Well, we're making progress. We did have a meeting with our neighbors. There is a requirement by the county that you would send, they would give you a group of addresses. You would send each of those homes an invite to a meeting, neighborhood meeting, to talk about the sign and how they feel about it. Well, we did have that meeting, and now we're moving on to the talking with the county again. It has to go to the board. Is that, do I have that right? Yeah, the Board of Supervisors. Yeah, and it's still alive. It's still alive, so stay tuned for more news on that. So, is there anything that I have missed? Yes, Miss Becky. Thank you. Okay, the digital directory. You know, we had this and Reverend Patty asked me, "Are you sure you want to do this?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." Well, I'm learning some things. So the digital directory. We realized that in digital, the pictures look great, but when you print them off, doesn't look great at all. So right now, we're in the process of doing a couple of things. Our website is being updated, so it gives us time to look at some more programs and apps that will give us exactly what we want, which is not only great pictures on the website, but great pictures if someone who needs a copy of the digital directory would be able to get one, and it looks good. But in the meantime, Becky will continue to take pictures so that she won't be inundated at the last minute taking photos. So if you have not had your picture taken, please see her, and she'll be happy to take. She takes wonderful pictures, by the way. So, thank you, Becky. Chuck? You want to talk about that? The columbarium? But that's okay. You, at this point, you know a little more than I do.
We have had requests from a number of congregants to make some arrangements for spreading ashes, keeping urns, and we are in the process of studying whether or not to just set up some formalities as far as spreading ashes, or actually build a columbarium where we can have a storage spot for urns, and they will be marked. We've had Marcy Murphy has done just an amazing amount of work on this project, and we've had one presentation from a company. We're looking for 2 more companies to come in and tell us what they can give us, and we'll keep you informed.
So the whole idea of the columbarium came about because we do have folks who want their ashes spread, right? And we know that all of this is holy ground, everything is sacred. But to have an organized way to do that in a central location, it is the best way to do it. So we are looking into it, and it helps with pre-planning and everything. So we've learned some wonderful things. And as our bylaws state, we need to get at least 3 bids. So we're looking towards the 2nd bid. We're not sure if there's a 3rd company in the area that does it, but please know that you will be hearing about that too. So, yes, ma'am.
Yes, I was wondering, are there any other fundraisers coming up since, there was a deficit? So I was just wondering if there was something that's coming up.
Yes, we do. They are totally in the works. One is Jazz, I always call it Jazz Under the Stars, Rocking Under the Stars. That is a fundraiser. Myra has come up with some awesome ideas as well, and there's a Sims team that's what they do. They come up with ideas for fundraising. If anybody has an idea, we are open to receiving. Those things do take planning, and as you know, our calendars get full, so we have to fill in. I think they just had bingo. Yeah, we have bingo, or I believe that I think there's something else coming up, but I'm not sure. Boo and Stew, October, that's always a big success. Boo and Stew. If there's anything that you would like to see or participate in, give us an idea. Love to talk to you. Yes, Jim? Okay. Weddings, yes. We do have a large wedding. Isn't it October? Yes. We do have a large wedding coming up in October. We have a couple of weddings that they're looking at now, but the only one I know of is in October. That's the only one I know of. Well, you know what? I'm going to pass that on to Yeah. Well, one thing that we did, we had a team went to the wedding expo, okay? And that was a pretty big success. We had an open house, and we also had a couple that, I believe they got married from that. I don't believe Reverend Patty did the ceremony, but it was actually done. And so it's something that we are definitely continuing to look at. Pass the word. Right, we are increasing our social media presence. One of the big things that we had to do, and you would be surprised, well, actually, maybe you wouldn't, updating our website. That's, so we're almost to the end of that, so big success on that. So yeah, we will be doing marketing, and we are looking at being more focused on marketing. Again, I'm going to ask people, please go to the mic.
Back to the idea about getting press for the sunflower. Is that in the works? Is anybody going to work on a press release or anything like that? Is that something that you want to do to get attention for this?
Yes, we do, but until we got a better idea of an exact date. But if that's something,
I do that for work. I mean, I write press releases and I have media contacts, so I could help with that.
thank you. Yeah, I was going to say, yes. Another thing that, okay.
Do we have any wedding planners in our community or anyone who has contacts with them? We could make sure we're on their list.
Yes, we do. We have one, and they've made some wonderful contacts. So, yes, thank you. Any other questions? So now, take a deep breath. Relax. Are there any difficult questions? This is a safe place. It's the place where to ask. We're not going to judge you. You may have a great idea we never thought of. Everything good? Yes.
I'm Jill McGrath. Every week we get an announcement as we come in the door, and it never says who is going to be performing along with our music team. And we ask people around us, who is that singing? And it just seems like we have such a great music team that ought to be on Facebook, that ought to be on our website, and it would really be nice to see it on our announcement sheet, too. A little more detail each week about what's going on at the actual service.
Thank you. What an awesome idea. Thank you. That is something that we, Reverend Patty, it is doable. Thank you so much. Deb, is there anything in the chat? I didn't even think to ask that. Okay, thank you. Any other observations? This is the time to speak.
I noticed today in the program that we got when we entered, it's still on the program, has the service time as 11.
Thank you. It's going to be changed. Yeah. Thanks for that observation. Yeah. Okay, thank you. We will definitely get that changed. Yes. Any other observations? Any questions? Anything else that you would like to see? More prosperity courses. All right. So what are we doing right before we leave? Yeah. What are we doing right? Music. Message. Minister. You know what? Stand up, Reverend Patty. Come on. Okay, music. What else? Fellowship coffee. I missed it today. I mean, we had a short one, so everybody was running, eating. Anything else? Audio visual. How about our children's church? Yes, and we do. Hey, if it's some place that you want to get involved, we really, our family youth ministry could really use you. Okay, one Sunday a month. It could be one Sunday a quarter. So consider it. All right. Potluck. I know. No. I'm going to make sure that they have their say. And the reason I'm really harping on saying, being open, being more transparent, making sure that we, the board, we are doing what it is that you expect to be done. So that's why you will always see me here saying, hey, what do you need? What do you want? I'm not saying everybody will get it, but boy, to hear something like just putting the musicians, how many people thought that? So I want to thank each and every one of you, and make sure once, any questions? Twice, no more questions? 3? Huh? You all are y'all are tired, that's all that is. You're just tired. So, I move that this meeting is officially adjourned, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. See you, board members, we need to see you over in the corner. Thank you. Yes, please give him your, oh,